The title event runs from August 28th through September 3rd. Get in this Poker Atlas Tour multi-flight tournament with a $900 buy-in. More information at texascardhouse.com.
Free play for a month at TCH Social Austin. Be at the grand opening on August 28th and checked in by 5 p.m. to get entered into the drawing. 5 winners will be drawn at the end of tournament registration. On August 28th through 30th, $500 overnight high hands. Every hour from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. This special promotion is only happening at TCH Social Austin. From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on August 29th through September 1st. Play 1 hour and get 2 free hours. This special deal is only available at TCH Social Austin during those dates of the grand opening. 28th, get in the $30,000 guaranteed first-hand tournament, $100 buy-in, $10,000 added to first place, all part of the grand opening of TCH Social Austin. TCH Social Austin's grand opening, $300,000. Guaranteed multi-flight tournament runs from August 29th through September 2nd. Get into any of the 12 flights with a $250 buy-in. TCH Social Austin presents the $50,000 Black Chip Bounty Tournament on Labor Day, September 2nd. $300 buy-in. Cards in the air at 2 p.m.
That all sound good to you? Sure sounds good to me. Welcome to the new TCH Social Austin and our very first edition of TCH Live from TCH Social Austin. I'm William Lottie, the New York Knit, with you once more. It's been a while since we've all hung out together, but here we are, some new digs, amazing room. I've spent the whole day here, and we are about to have some 510 no limit hold'em to christen this new location. So great to have you all in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button on the way in. Already a question about TCH. Rodney asking, has TCH compared to other card houses in the area? I say it's pretty awesome, but don't take my word for it. I mean, I might be a little biased sitting in this booth, but this is a tremendous upgrade over the old TCH Austin, and for my money, it's the nicest room in Texas. I've been in a lot of clubs, in a lot of cities, and I think we got something really special here. And hope you all get to check it out if you're in Austin, if you're going to be in Austin anytime soon. Definitely come check us out. And we'll give you plenty of reasons to do that over the coming months, I'm sure. We've got a big tournament this weekend. You just saw the promos, 300K guarantee, 250 buy-in starting tomorrow. Day 2 on Monday. We got a Labor Day Black Chip Bounty on Monday, just in case, you know, day 2, that first tournament. And nothing to announce yet, but I'm sure in future months we're going to have a lot more big tournaments around here. And I see cards getting dealt, so let's have our first streamed hand. I think this is going to be a Bob Pot, which is usually how we do this to start our shows. I think it's a $25 Bob Pot. Sounds about right for 510 Hold'em. And not sure who the dealer is, but he's dealt the cards out and should be getting some flops momentarily. Couple of clubs, couple of spades. 7-6 would be pretty sweet to have, especially the black variety. Gonna get a bunch of checking. I see optimized with a set of 3s. Not much on the top though. Set of kings for Bertram, as well as an 8. We all check. Clubs get there on top right away. Deuce on the bottom doesn't change a lot. So Bertram goes from top set to second flush. Still a pretty nice situation. And he does bet $200, feeling really good about that top board. Even if somebody does have the ace-high clubs, which nobody does, he'll have life in the form of boat outs. No memes is going to call the 200. He's got that 7-6 I was talking about. He's got open-enders on both boards and a king on the top board. This might get him in some trouble. Tito making the call. bottom 2 pair, and spades get there on the bottom. And 7-6 gets there on the top, but it's no good with the flush there. So I see Bertram with king high clubs on top, and I see no memes with the straight on the, well, no, he's got the straight on the top. That's no good. Bertram goes all in. No memes with the busted draw on the bottom and a straight on a club board, which is no good. And I think no, I'm sorry, actually Crypto Max was the one who made the bet, not Bertram. And Bertram called the all in. We don't know what Crypto Max has apart from a queen of spades. I bet he has at least one more spade in his hands. No memes gets out of there. So does Tito. And Crypto Max tables his hands. Unfortunately, a player's head is blocking the cards. Otherwise, I could read them to you. Okay, there's a Jack of Hearts. Queen of Spades, Jack of Hearts. 4 of Spades. Okay, he's got the Queen High Spades on bottom. That's the important thing. King, Queen, Jack, 4. Okay. So he flopped top 2 on top, so he had a pretty sweet flop of his own. In fact, he had 2 of them. So how about that for a first hand? It's a bomb pot, and money goes in, and it's a chop. Kind of like the actual first hand in this room that was dealt about 24 hours ago now. It was a bomb pot, as it should be in Texas, and it was like a 7-way all in. And I think somebody got half, and there were 2 players that quartered. And it was just a massive pot in a 1-2 game. RV Phil, I don't know Bertram's street name, that's his first name, his last name, or just a made-up name. That's also permissible here as long as you keep it polite. All is well asking, is the whole stream going to be PLO? No, it's not. It's going to be 5-10 Hold'em. We are going to have PLO bomb pots every now and then, just like you were playing at any of the 40-plus tables in this room. Most of the no-limit Hold'em games do have bomb pots every orbit. And our first Hold'em hand is a misdeal. Where's Bill? He's out there. Yeah, I don't know. Who's Bill and where is he? Is he wearing stripes like Waldo? Or is this like a different thing? Great to have you all here. Amazing opening day. The line was out the door. The line was like several doors past, and it's been like that for a while. Everybody looking to check out the new room, play some poker, eat some food. It was worth the wait. See if we've got a moment. How many players so far? A lot. You can go on Poker Atlas and find out for sure. There's at least a couple dozen cash games running, and we do have our 30K guaranteed tournament going on right now. We've got about 2 more hours of late reg as we speak here on opening night. 30K guaranteed. I believe they are adding 10K up top to first place. So a little bit of extra money, compliments of TCH Social. Definitely check that out. And we've got the 300K guarantee starting up tomorrow. Whole bunch of starting flights. All the details at texascardhouse.com or on Poker Atlas. Crypto Max 3 betting over the 9.5 of T1000s. Oh, 9s and 5s for T1000s. That's the flop you want. He's even got a heart. He's got a back door. Crypto Max does have the gutter. and the over, and he's going to continue for 205. I don't think T1000 is going to go anywhere holding 2 pair. Goes the more passive route. He chooses the call. Check raising is also an option. And the 10 is the gin card for Crypto Max, who has turned the nuts. Check, check. He turns the nuts and he checks back. Sneaky. 3 clubs on the end is a dud. See if T1000 fires into this, thinking, hey, 2 pairs probably good here. And he's going to regret that immediately. 425 to bet, and I think Crypto Max is going to make it at least 1,000. He might even just say all of it. He does say all of it. And T1000 is now thinking, well, why did I play 9-5? Like, what is this? Bet, check, bet? That always smells weird. You see bet, check, bet. He might not be a believer here. Makes the call. Showdown. Crypto Max got called. Okay, we've had a misread. We've had a misread. King 3. He had King 3, and T1000 had 9-8. Okay, so 9-8 is actually going to win here. T1000 is going to stack Crypto Max because pair of 9s beats a pair of 3s. Wow, that was a really interesting hand the other way. Like, usually we get a misread, and I wonder what on earth is happening. In fact, this hand, I think, makes more sense if it was a misread. How do we get there, though? T1000's our big winner. 2 hands into it. Apologies for the technical glitch there. Just a few teething issues. I saw a couple of bits of feedback about the lighting. I'm sure we'll get that right as time goes on. It's new here, get the dust to settle a little bit, and it's only going to get better. Optimize with 9-8. I doubt that now. I doubt that. Because there was 9-8, and look what happens. It wasn't 9-8. Maybe that was the 9-5. No memes with the ace-5 makes it 75. T1000 calls with the 5s. Will we get a call from the 9-8? I don't know. Graphic went away a little bit quick. Jack 10-9, 2 diamonds. Top pair and an open ender for Chase. Optimized with the bottom pair and the open ender. Apologies for the board misreading. That is Jack 10-9, 2 diamonds. Betting 2 calls. Gets us 3 of clubs. Not going to change anything. Chase goes for the 300. He's got a hole out of this. And apparently it was Queen Jack. It was Queen Jack. So top pair ends the good ends of the open ender, not the dud ends of it. And that takes it for Chase. Calvin wondering about the line status outside. I actually don't know. I haven't been outside in 8 hours or 7 or 8 hours, a lot of hours. Yeah, don't know the line status now. T1000 popping it with the 9-3. Tito popping it with a mystery hands up to 450. We went to a flop right away, Jack 9-6. T1000 with middle pair betting 325. No, Tito did that. I think the wires got crossed a little bit on the graphics. C3 made the bet, C2 made the call. 4 of clubs. Tito continuing. I see a pumpkin out there. One of those orange $1,000 chips. I think it's 1,400 the bet from Tito. Yes, and T1000 with a decision to make. If it's 9-3, I think the decision is probably fold unless you think Tito's totally out of his mind. Of course, that's me talking. If I'm in that seat, I probably don't get to the flop with 9-3, the 9 triz as we call it. I'm not a believer. T1000 might be a believer in the 9 triz. And he does call the 1,400. Five of diamonds. So only backdoors get, no, 7-8 gets there. No, 8-7. Don't want to be pedantic. Tito moves all in. Gets snapped. Let's see what the hands are. That is the 9 triz. And the 7-4 from Tito. The 9 triz for T1000 going to do the job. All but stacked Tito. All right, so we found out what Tito's mystery hand was, and T1000's hand was read correctly. 9 triz of diamonds. AC calling out the spring location. Austin's got a live stream. Hey, we had a live stream. We had a live stream. We had a live stream for years. We were the first live stream. Thanks for the compliment, and it's only going to get better as we perfect the setup here. 6 TCH locations around Texas. Austin, the original city. This is the 3rd version of the Austin location, and this is by far the best. Dallas and Las Colinas, where the Poker Atlas Tour is going on. Poker Atlas main event going on up at Dallas. And some mixed events going on at Las Colinas. I might even slip up there myself for a little triple draw on Saturday. And then out in the Houston area, there's Spring, and there's the Houston location on Westheimer. And then if you're down by the border, there's the Rio Grande Valley location. And we stream out of 4 of these locations: Austin, Dallas, Houston, and Rio Grande Valley. You know, if you're in Houston and you want to play on a TCH live program, then go down to that Houston location. Check that out. That's a great room as well. I've been everywhere except RGV. Haven't made it down there yet, but they're all amazing rooms. I think we had a 50 get put on. C1000 with the king-queen suited. Puts 1 on that. Seems reasonable. Tito with another mystery hand. Flatting the 150. Zach with a couple of hearts making the call. Queen 6-4 is top pair for king queen. Which is going to check to Tito. And given the last hands, I can certainly get behind checking to Tito and letting him bet with whatever he feels like betting. T1000 just going to call, keep all the bluffs in there, keep all the overvalued hands in there. Deuce of clubs on the turn, check, check. 7 of diamonds on the end. I think this is time for King Queen to go ahead and make a bet, which gets the snap folds. Poker Monkey, good to see you in the chat. Poker Monkey, a longtime friend of the stream. And we go on to the next hand. Suited ace for T1000. He's going from one good hand to another. Crypto going to make an ill-timed 3-bet. He made it $400. And Bertram has 2 kings and is going to make it all of his money. $1,285 worth. And Ace-8 has to go to the muck. And Tito has to go to the muck. And unfortunately, Crypto Max appears to have jacks, which is going to make the call. And is going to be in some trouble here. Needs a jack. Here we go to the run out. I don't know how many times we're rolling. I think just once. And no jack. King on the end. So, set of kings for Bertram. Not that he needed it. Oh, king's full, actually. Even better. Bertram going to get the double through Crypto Max. Lots of action early. There's an interesting idea. Tag team cash game. Pit people against each other. Maybe we pit cities against each other. I mean, we've got 6 TCH locations. Let's find the craziest cash players from every room and put them all together and let them go to battle. Let's see what city's best or what location's best. AC with some choices to make. After this hand, I'll tell you what those choices are for all of you who don't know. What a wonderful problem to have. What tournament do I play? With 2 Royal, putting some money in for the first time tonight, making it 150. Tito in there, and I think Zach was in there. Ace Queen 10. Pair and a gutter for B's. Gutter for Jack. Tito with nothing to speak of at all, apart from a bad backdoor heart draw. Check through, and 4 hearts. Look at that. Tito's got some life with the emergency 7 of hearts. Checks to him twice. Hey, you know what? We could bluff here. Nobody's really shown interest. We could consider a bluff. We have 7 high. We check instead. Deuce of clubs on the end. Pair of 10s appears to be the winner. Except Tito bet 200 and everyone folded, so Tito's the winner with 7 high. Tony, yes, this is the grand opening of TCH Social Austin, the new location for TCH. And it has been quite the day. Now, we talked about what tournament to play this weekend. Well, here are the choices. If you're here in Austin, or if you want to come here to Austin, there's the 300K Guaranteed Grand Opening Tournament. Flight starting 11 a.m. tomorrow, all the way through a 9 a.m. turbo Monday morning. Playing down to 8%, 12.5% cash, 8% go to day 2. Bonus if you double bag, bonus if you have the most chips. And there's even bonuses for the most entries. So, fire enough money and you can get a little bit back. That could be the most expensive $1,000 you ever made. And poker's happening here. I'll plug the other side of the coin as soon as we're done here. Wait for the graphics to catch up. I see 100. I think that's a straddle of 100. And I see a 250 and a call. Max raised it with the mystery hands. Optimized King Jack of Clubs makes the call. A little surprised to see Pocket Eights hit the mug. Tito with Ace Queen of Diamonds. This is a hand that we could definitely pop with, and he's done just that. He's made it 2,100. Tito's got a loose, crazy image, and he actually has a hand. And Crypto Max is going to be all in for slightly more than that. Our dealer is going to count the chips, and then Tito will inevitably be flicking in the additional $95. And then we'll see what Max has. Last time he had jacks, and that was unfortunate for him. Perhaps he can do better against the Ace-Queen. And you know what? It's Ace-Queen. It's not that hard to do better than Ace-Queen. Believe me, I had a whole summer of that. There's the call, and I don't have Max's hand yet. We have Ace-Jack of Hearts. Ace-Jack of Hearts against Ace-Queen of Diamonds. And you know what? Ace-Jack suited against the very loose range. Oh, my! Oh, my! We've got an open-ender, and we got a heart draw for Crypto Max. Tons of life here in this $11,000 pot. But there's the Jack. So now a straight's going to chop it. Queen of Hearts. The flush gets there. The flush gets there for the Ace-Jack of Crypto Max. Gonna down Tito's trips. Another Ace-Queen horror story plays out. But we're going again. We're going twice, apparently. Ace-Queen's gonna have a chance to redeem itself. $10-8-4, I see a heart, or 9-8-4 rather. There's a king, and they're pulling their bets back. I believe Ace-Queen held on the second board. I can't see. Okay, there was another 9. Okay, so Ace-Queen holds on the second board. So I figured out that there are 2 rules for Ace-Queen over the summer. Rule number 1. If I have Ace-Queen, I lose. Rule number 2, if you have Ace-Queen, I lose. Nothing good ever happens with that hand. All right, so we talked about that 300K in Austin. Now let's talk about the other tournament that you could fire at a TCH location. That would be the Poker Atlas Tour main event. It's a $900 buy-in. And that started today up at TCH Dallas. Starting flights through Sunday afternoon. And that one's going to play to final table on day 2, which will be Monday. Final table on Tuesday. Multiple flights there. And $1 million guarantee, $900 buy-in. TexasCardHouse.com or Poker Atlas for all the details there. That should be a great one, too. I think I'm going to be playing the 300K down here in Austin. Because I'm based in Austin mostly, but both are excellent choices. As we head to another flop here, Jack 9-5, 2 spades. Tito with a pair of fives. Check, check. Ace of hearts. Zach decides to make the bet. Makes it 300. That's a lot of pressure put on a pair of fives. And Tito decided to check raise and got the snap fold. Tito with the reads. I don't believe you. Prove it. Bet 300. You like your hand? Prove it. I raise. This new club, like we've got a restaurant. The food's great. I had the chicken tenders and fries a bit before the show. Those were great. We've got a bar. I don't partake myself. I don't imbibe, but hey, that Fountain Coke is solid. Zach raising the ace-6, getting 2 pulls. Everyone misses. Everyone checks. We get a 9, and that's going to give Crypto Max a pair. And another round of checks, and Zach's going to make a bigger pair on the end. Tosses a black chip out there, $100. Max feels compelled to call. Sees that Barry Greenstein was kind to Zach. The old ace on the river that Barry Greenstein is sometimes called. See over 100 of you watching. Be sure hit like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel. Totally free to do on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Let the algorithm know that you enjoy. I think we've had another misread. There's absolutely no way Pocket Kings just folded. No way. Bees makes it 175. And those YouTube subscribes are anonymous. So you won't get called out or anything. But you do have my gratitude and everyone's gratitude here. King 7-6. Crypto Max, I believe, is check raising. Makes it 800. Bees with the backdoor ace high hearts. So the graphics tell us. Seats 8 and 9, sometimes the cards get crossed up on the scanners and they read each other's cards. Bees moves all in and gets the fold. I suspect Bees was better than ace 4. I suspect it was maybe something like ace king. Let us know in the chat if you're going to play any poker this weekend, if you're going to play it here. Or maybe you live someplace That's not Texas, and you're going to play out there. Labor Day weekends, a lot of ways that could go. I mean, they say it's your last chance to wear white, right? No white, no wearing white after Labor Day. Are these new tables? Yes, they are. Are these new cards? I don't know. I mean, I assume you're talking about the stream cards. I don't know if these are new. Or if they just brought them over from the old location. And similar tech, it's still the yeah, same deal. Yeah. Apologies if the crowd noise is coming through, Joseph. The room is really that busy. That's the first thing that's going on. This room is full. It's an amazing problem to have. The other thing is, with the setup being so new, we haven't quite had the chance to get the audio set up quite right. I'm sure that will improve with future shows. We'll be able to tweak the audio and keep the sounds a bit more contained. But it does at least give you the feel of being in the room. This place was popping. I mean, it's very rare that you see a room popping like this. Tito with middle pair and a gutter, and his 250 getting caught by Zach. Graphics say King 7, I'm not sure. Leading this turn, it's an interesting choice. The obvious hearts get there. A 10 makes a straight. Tito kind of just flat. 9 pairs on the river. $12.50. The bet from Zach, and he just sort of like takes a fistful of chips and throws them out there. 2/3 pot. Don't know if he actually had King 7 or not. Whatever he had, it was good enough to get Tito to make the fold. Again, apologies to our viewers if there are the occasional misreads happening. Yeah, the tech just isn't quite working tonight, unfortunately. I'm sure we'll get that fixed. But we really wanted to bring you a show for opening night here. I do hope you're all enjoying this. Sarah, this is the stage. Like, there's actually a stage now for the live stream, and yeah, as far as I know, this is where the streams are going to be here at TCH Social Austin, and we'll definitely make improvements as we go along to like the lighting, the audio, and cleaning up those occasional misreads. This is only going to get better, and things are only going to get better for Bees, who has 2 aces. I'd say that's an improvement. Tito called. Zach going for the raise with the ace-10. Unfortunate timing. B's gonna flat, having position on him. Not that afraid of Tito calling because you have aces, and Tito has a lot of cards. Perfectly safe flop, 9-3 deuce. And now the 3-better checks to him. Bees goes kind of big, $800, almost full pot. Gets it through. Gonna be tough getting paid on that board, I think, with that action. Like, you could go small, you could even consider checking just because it's going to, checking makes it hard for you to get the money in by the river, but it also gives somebody a chance to make top pair, which in a 3-bet pot, 9-3 deuce usually doesn't connect with anybody. Suited connector for B's. Max with the aces this time. $225 the 3-bet. Optimized with an ace. At least an ace. Goes for the 700. This must be a pretty good ace. Could optimize, be on his way to a massive cooler. These calls the 4-bet with 7-6 suited. That is one of the best hands for cracking aces. Okay, this is a misread because clearly Max didn't fold aces. Apologies, everyone. C4 seems particularly glitchy. These does have a gut shot. Maybe it's Optimized who has the 2 aces. Those of you familiar with Optimized from past programs know that Optimized will often have it in this spot. I think he has it here. 600, gets the fold from B's. Gutter and no spades, that's not what he's looking for. 7-6. Yeah, so I was talking about the stage before all that happened. Yeah, so this is the live stream stage, and this is a considerable upgrade over the former Austin location. The former Austin location, we were just in a corner. Like, that room was built long before TCH Live was the thing. And so, you know, they just like stuck a table there and a setup as best they could, and we had a lot of entertaining poker there, but I think we'll be able to get a better show here with the stage and cameras and all that. We do want to bring you the best viewing experience we can, and apologies whenever we come short. Max, 8-7 of clubs going for a 3-bet. And that is a hand that you could mix some 3-bets in. And that's a really good flop for a 3-better. Ace, King, 8, which is bottom pair for Max, but the ace and the king is really, really good for the 3-better. And makes it 235. Tito makes the call. He has the better 8. And he has backdoor diamonds. Kings and 8s now for both players. This would chop if it got to showdown. Tito free rolling with the queen. But Max going to bet him off of it. The board continuing to be really, really good for the 3-better. I see a player checking out our menu. There's some good stuff there. The bad beef bacon's really good. Went for the chicken tenders and fries today. Those were great. I've had the bad beef bacon up at Las Colinas. These menus are similar between Austin and Las Colinas. Short T1000 will find something to his liking. Queen Queen Jack 3-2 diamonds. This may be to both players' likings. Tito with at least the king of diamonds. Zach with the jack. 425 and a call. $1,200 from Zach. Tito, I believe it's made this 3,000s. This is at least 3,000s. Don't know what Tito's other card is. There's certainly a lot of reasonable cards that could go with this king that either have a hand or have a lot of equity in the form of a combo draw. And Zach gonna go for all of it. 8510, the effective stack size. Tito flicks it in. We're probably going to get to find out what we're working with here. Queen Jack of clubs for Zach. That makes more sense. Top two. King 9 of diamonds for the gut shot and the diamond draw. Looks like we're going twice. King on the end is not enough for Tito, so Queen Jack gonna hold on the first board. We need a diamond or a 10. There's the 10. Chop it up. So we'll get this pot chopped up. Sarah watching from T1000's neck of the woods. In the chat, let us know where you're watching from if you're so inclined to do so. If you want to lurk, that's cool too. Enjoy the show. Poker Monkey vouching for the food up at TCH Social Las Colinas. Similar menu up there, and yeah, the food's great. Like, I've eaten up there a few times. I've eaten down here in Austin today, and food's great. I think this menu's getting passed around now. I think everyone's going to start making dinner plans. I'm thinking about dessert plans after the show. I remember seeing like chocolate cake on the menu. I remember seeing like a brownie sundae on the menu. I just might have to do that after the show. But we got a few hours between now and then. Try not to think of ice cream in the meantime. Kicker Problems, great to see you. I think I ran into you at the WSOP this year. Didn't we run into each other? I was out there the whole series and did not have the results I wanted, but that's how it goes sometimes. Quite a lot of mixed stuff. I mean, I did get the satellite into the main event. Wish I could have done better there, but I know a couple of Austin regulars did really well. Mixon, Jay Wynn. You've seen him around town, I'm sure, if you follow the Austin poker scene, and really happy to see friends doing well. We have Ace King of clubs in a 3-bet pot, and we've got a club draw. Queen 4-4, T1000 versus Tito again. T1000's check raising Tito. And I believe this is a 3-bet from Tito up to $4,000. Gonna put T1000 to the test. Ace King could just be the best hand unimproved against Tito, who's been playing a lot of hands. That's got to be going through T1000's head. Makes the call, so about half pot behind, 9K in the middle, a little under 5K behind. 8 of diamonds on the turn. Shouldn't improve anything that's gotten this far. I think if we're T1000s, we check and we probably have to call off against the shove. And there it is. And there's the call. Don't have to be right that often. Oh my, 4-6 of hearts, he has trips. All the clubs are live except for the 8 and the 6. T1000 looking for a club that is not an 8 or a 6. Think we're going twice. That's not a club. 6-4 takes the first one. Another king, 6-4, gonna scoop. What a hand that was. Tito gonna take piles off of T1000. The ace king, no good. Flop just enough to get him into trouble. $18,605 heading Tito's way. That loose play gets you paid when you have it. No one believes you, that's when you have it, that's when you go for it. And that's when the chaos ensues. Gonna get these chips counted. Henry watching from Bradenton. I assume that's somewhere in Florida from the context. I don't know Florida that well. Somehow I haven't made it down to Florida for poker. The hands get crushed here. I see the chips in T1000 stack. Was it him with the... Did seats 2 and 3 get flip-flopped? Let me check that footage. King, Jack, 3, 2 hearts. Kings and Jacks for Bs. Eight of spades, no help for Zach. $400 from B. Zach gonna call with a pair of threes. 10 of diamonds on the end. He's the winner here. Yeah, so check the video. Yeah, it was actually T1000 who had the 6-4 and Tito who had the ace-king of clubs. So yeah, our eyes were not deceiving us when the stacks went that way. So T1000's fans got to be happy to see that it was T1000 doing the stacking. Unfortunately, I don't get any extra footage that you don't. Like, I can't piece together who has what from like tabling the cards or anything, because I see the same images you do when I'm in the booth, and I see them like 5 seconds before you. We're on a 15-minute delay, and I'm on the 15-minute delay along with all of you for game integrity purposes. 6-6 deuce is going to be great news for Tito, bad news for Bees. They both have trips. The ace, the superior kicker, now optimizing Zach, pick up top pair. Tito bets, Optimize knows enough to get out of there. Zach gonna call, and going to be made to regret that. It looks like B's cutting out a raise. 600, not even a very big raise. This is a raise that's asking to be called with the odds that are being offered. Tito just flattening with the top trips. Heads up to the river we go. 4 on the end. Tito checking one more time, hoping Bees puts out another bet, and it looks like he will do that. Looks like 1300. Tito just calls, and ace-6 going to beat the king-6. Bees potentially could have gotten stacked there. He did well not to get stacked. I do wonder what happens if Tito puts the raise in on the Turner River. Yeah, apologies, Eric, for the technical hiccups. We're doing our best. This is a brand new setup, and didn't have sufficient time to get all the kings worked out before opening day. Potential cooler in progress here. Ace-queen versus ace-king. See how this gets played. T1000 with ace-queen offsuit, facing the $1,000 bet from Max. What will he do here? He will flat. He is in position at least. And he's going to outflop the ace-king, queen 10-5. Max with 2 overs and a gutter. Top pair for T1000. And Max going to continue for 700. Music to the ears of T1000. I don't think he's going to do anything too crazy here because he could still be up against an overpair. He is going to flat. Give Max every chance to bluff if that's what's going on. If you raise, you're going to force him to have something that beats ace-queen. 9 of hearts on the turn. King-jack gets there. Nothing else gets there. Max goes for all of it, I think. That is well in. I think it's a bit more than 2,400, and gets snapped by the ace-queen, so ace-king versus ace-queen. Max looking for a king or a jack. Otherwise, T1000 will stack another one. There's the jack. Ace-king makes Broadway. We are going to go again. 3 of clubs, chop it up. gonna chop this up, and yeah, again, sorry that things are glitching. Like so the first time we did one of these shows, like this was almost 5 years ago now. It was at the old Austin location. The stream crashed like 5 times. Like, we're doing a lot better than we did that night. Not to say we can't do better, but yeah, getting the bugs worked out. These RFID readers can be surprisingly temperamental, actually, as far as cards getting crossed up, or even like the dealer's pitch is going to put a card over a different reader on the way to where it's supposed to go, and the reader will happily just read the card. That happens too, especially if you're newer to the stream table. If you haven't dealt the live stream before, that just happens because like you do your job the way you always do your job. Optimize with 10 is going to get some action. Only one over, and it's not the really scary one. It's just a queen. Queen 5-4. And Optimize not going to get any more money out of Tito, who whiffs that flop. Tony, I don't know about other clubs. All I know is that TCH Social Austin is very much open for business, and it is a packed house tonight. And it is a really nice room. Chase getting in there. What's the 50 in there? Couple of callers, 955. Nobody really connecting here. Zach throwing 50 in there. Bertram hangs around with his ace high. And now King 6 is actually the best hand. Bertram with a club draw, so I think we go to the river here. 250 from Zach with his king. No kicker for him now. Ace Jack could consider a check raise. Makes the call. Queen's not going to do it. So, Kings and 5s with the queen will be good for Zach if we get to showdown. Gonna go for an overbet. Makes it $2,000. 2.5 times pot. And Bertram has to fold the ace high. Henry, I honestly don't know how the dealer training works. I'm not a dealer. You definitely don't want me as a dealer. I'm much too clumsy for that sort of thing. Yeah, so I just do commentary here. I play here a good amount. And I do have a career outside of poker. I very much enjoy that too. So yeah, I honestly don't know how the dealer training works. And it's not like we have all new dealers. Like everyone from the location that was across the street, they're here now, and they're excellent at what they do. I've seen some faces come in from other TCH locations to help out here. And the dealers are on top of their game around here. That's the nice thing about the Texas dealer jobs, having a reputation as being the good ones. I've got the good clubs, like say a TCH level club. No bragging here, but I think TCH is pretty good. Yeah, like if it's the good job, everyone wants the good job, and you get to pick the good people. And Crypto Max with the good hands here, aces and fours. B's with a top pair that's been outflopped. B's with an ill-timed check raise. Check raising the guy who's flopped top two. Usually ends badly. Max is going to call him. It's like, okay. Now it's 4 to a straight with the 3 out there. How many 5s get here, though? B's is going to continue the story. He's going to say, I have a 5. Not much behind in terms of stack to pot. Max folds ace 4. Max believes him. Good job, Bees. Tito with an ace makes it 75. The 25 got put on. No names with the jacks. Not going to jack it up. Just makes it 75. These calls. Ace deuce. King 8-4. Check, check, and Tito goes almost full pot. Jack's got to hang around. It turns a jack, but it's a jack of spades. So good news, bad news. Front door gets there, but you do have a set. Check, check. 5 of diamonds on the end. See if the jacks. No, they don't value bet. Check, check. Like a set of jacks. Oh, okay. Always feels dirty to be checking with a set. Sometimes it's the right move, though. Last night I was in a game, I rivered a boat, bottom boat, and I just flatted when I got bet into, because I didn't think anything good was going to come of making the raise. It's a very straighty, fleshy board. But the line was really saying that you didn't have either of those, so it's like boats or nothing. Stack with the pair of jacks. And call T1000 as his $200 bet. Check, check. Safe run out for Zach. Doesn't get any more money. Henry offering an explanation for this main business. I was wondering about that. Optimize, getting in there, king, queen. B's going for the 3-bet with those 9s. $650, the 3-bet. Tito gonna cold call. With the 5s, king, queen offsuit gonna go away. I think suited could hang around. Could consider 4-betting, getting frisky. Queen, jack, 8, all diamonds. Straight flush gutter for B's to go with the best hands. Might we have a straight flush here? Might we see one on our very first stream at this new Austin room? We'll never find out because Tito folds to the bet from B's. So part of the opening day here, like for 5 hours, we had high hands going. And only once in those 5 hours did we see a straight flush be the high hands. I thought we'd have had a few more than that. But if high hands are what you're into, there's a few more chances here. We have the overnight high hands starting. Qualifier starts at 11 p.m. Payouts starting at midnight, going from 12 to 6 a.m. Starting tonight, tomorrow, the night after that, $500 high hands every hour. And just show you the qualifiers again, no initial qualifier. If it's a 4 or 5 card game, like an Omaha game, you got to flop it. Cash games only. Seems fair enough. 7 cards if you're in an Omaha game, you have 7 cards on the flop, and hold'em, it takes until the river to get the 7 cards. 10s for B's. London's saying big wait list. Yeah, I believe it. Like, this room is very full tonight. Phony Turgeson saying hi. Phony Turgeson encouraging you all to hit the like button. I encourage you to do that as well. Our first show from TCH Social Austin. I'm William Laddy, the New York Knit, with you. Not sure who's dealing the cards. Kristen pressing the buttons on the other side. So many dealers, I don't know them all. Ace King for B's makes it 200. And now there's a wall between me and Kristen, so I can't even say, hey, who's in the box? T1000 getting frisky with the King 10 off. Goes for the 3-bet, which if you're going to play that small blind versus cutoff, I certainly don't mind going the 3-bet route. And B's makes the call, does not go for the 4. Ace King versus King 10. Ace King well ahead here. Ace 8-6. T1000 continuing because, hey, I'm the 3-better and there's an ace. And B's is going to click him. He's going to click to I think it's actually 900, just more than a click. This could scare him off. This might actually give T1000 an exit potentially, if not now, on a later street. T1000 just has a back door. That's the thing. Like, if B's has an ace, you're toast, then you need to fold. That's kind of what this raise is saying. Like, you have an ace, or you have like 9-7 somehow. But does 9-7 call a 3-bet? He calls, and he picks up a gutter on the turn with this queen. So T1000 is slightly less toasty now. He's got a little bit of life. He could get a jack, but he's going to have to pay a lot to see that jack. 3,100, the all-in from B's. Pot-size shove. I think that's a cameo from our producer in the background there. One of our producers, David. Shout out to production. T1000 making the call. Did not expect that. Now let's see these hands. Ace King, okay. Ace has Ace King just as advertised. It's 10-7 of clubs for T1000. Okay. He's got a combo draw. This makes more sense now. Apologies for another misread. T1000 needs a club. He gets a club. He gets a club. T1000 going to take the first board. We're going to run again. Niner club. Not again. Chop it up. Yes, Phony, he called. He actually had 10-7 of clubs for a combo draw, which makes more sense than the King 10. Makes a little more sense. It was still a gutter on the flop. But you did have the backdoor clubs, which made the appearance on the turn. Yeah, I'm doing good, though, Phony. Great game tonight. We've seen a bunch of all-ins already. We've seen a $20,000 pot. We saw a 6-4 wreck Ace-King a little bit earlier tonight. Running it twice, saying this table seems to like running it twice. I've seen tables that never run twice. I played the I played 2-5 for about 5 hours today, and I think we ran twice, maybe once the entire time. But some people like to lessen the variance, especially as the stakes get bigger. We call this a 5-10, but look at these stacks. How many 5-10s play this deep? How many 5-10s have everybody with 5K plus in front of them? Not that many. But everything's bigger in Texas. Zach going to do the betting here. Zach going to take it down. We have had a run of choice that swooped tonight. Personally, I slightly prefer 3 times just so it's more likely you have somebody who is a winner. But really, it just lessens variance for the players. These with the 10s. Makes a raise, and now everyone wants to play with him. And he has an overpair for his trouble. 6-5-3, 2 spades. Which is an open-ender for Optimize. Bad gutter for Tito. 300 from B's, almost pot with the overpair. It's somewhat vulnerable overpair. Like, even a lot of the unders are bad for you. We know the overs would be unfortunate, but a lot of the unders are pretty bad too. They pair something or they make a straight or a flush. Optimize calling with the open ender. Bertram with an open ender of his own. He's got the good end of it. And he shoves 2085. B's with the overpair in a disgusting spot here. A call and a shove. Because tens could just be dead. It's not that likely, but he could be dead. Or he could not have as much equity as he thinks, which we see Optimize does have a small equity edge. Tens are going to call. Optimize is not going to call. 2-1 favorite for B's. Bertram needs a 9 or a 4. How many times do we go in? We go in twice. Twice is nice. 8 of spades. Bertram picks up a pair. Ace of hearts. That's a miss. 10's going to hold. 6 is going to pair. Bertram needs the straight. Gets the straight. 9 on the end. Chop it up. Carlo the Chat Pro, great to see you. Long-time friend of the show. We've even done a couple of these with you in the booth. We got a brand new booth. We don't have a camera on it yet. But this booth is bigger than the old one. The old one was like smaller than a lot of closets. This one, there's a bit of room to move around. Got some cards coming out here. Like, it is so unlikely that all of these have chopped. All of these run twices. Like, there should be more scoops than we've had. The cards just don't feel like bringing a lot of blood tonight. Just how it goes. We don't get to pick the cards. Crypto Max gonna raise into aces for no memes. That's not great. If 50-hour Strauss on, you get aces. That's the life. Bees has put money in. I don't have his cards. I saw him put money in. Okay, so the raise for no memes got through, actually. My mistake. No big core. We see the king. For the sake of the show, we hope the other one's something pretty good. But Max has had enough all-ins tonight. Let's spread it around a little bit. Let's get some other players all-in. $150 for Tito. With the queen eight of clubs. No memes with another good pair. Jacks this time. Not quite aces, but they'll do. And Zach is pipped with his tens. Those were a 3-bet. Makes it 800. You understand why. You're just sorry to see it happen at this time. No memes with the back raise. All in. Almost 3,200, and now Zach seems sick to his stomach. He gets back raised. Like, this is the nightmare scenario when you got tens. This is like a big ace that got tricky, or this is just something that's a lot better than what you have with tens. Zach in the tank. Can Zach sort this out? Can he figure this out? Let us know in the chat. What do you do with these tens? You're facing the back raise after you 3-bet. Big blind cold calls the raise, and then he back raises all in. Call or fold? Let us know. Pretend you can't see the cards. No memes hasn't been that crazy tonight. He makes the call. In fact, I believe that's a raise. He's actually raising to effectively put Tito all in. Zach's all in. If Tito has queen 8, then he should be out of there. The fact that he hasn't folded tells me he might not have queen 8. He might have something better. He folds. Jacks versus tens. Zach needs to hit the 2-outer. All the suits are live. Red jacks, black tens. Don't know if we're going once or twice. Oh, queen 8! Queen 8! Oh, poor Tito, if that's what he had. There's the king. Zach needs a 10 and a 10 alone. Doesn't get it. That would have been queens full of 8s, though. From all the yelling, I think that was actually queen 8. Run out number 2. Spades are live for Zach. 10 or a spade. Jack of spades. Can no names fill up to re-suck? 2 of the spades are dead already. No. No fill up there, but the 4 flush for Zach. The 4 flush that makes the Zach for no maybe, so we can't even make that easy. We 4 flushed him and we give him the set. Nothing's easy around here at TCH Social Austin. So another chop. That one's not supposed to chop. That's not supposed to chop. Oh my god. But it chopped. And it chopped in the most hilarious way possible. I guess it would be more hilarious if we just put like a straight to the 7 on both boards. Oh my god. You think we're playing double board bomb pots with as many chops as we've been seeing. But you know what? I don't think the run choice changed anything as far as whether the money went in pre or not. Like, even if you could only run once, I think, I think that gets in anyway pre-flop. Chase calls the 200. We have got a lot of straddles happening. T1000 waking up with ace-king suited. Bumps up to 700. Tito with the Doyle, the 10 deuce. Rest in peace, Doyle Brunson. Makes the call. Chase calls the queen 8. We just saw queen 8, didn't we? Jack, jack, deuce. Flop leg for the red jacks. Tito outflapping everyone here with his deuce, which is going to call the 500 from Tito. Club draw for Tito. 8 of clubs on the turn. Chase would have caught up there. And T1000 has improved. He could fire again. How stubborn is Tito going to get? He's going to get $1,200 stubborn. $5,500 in the middle. Ace on the end. Not a club, but still more than enough to down the 10 deuce of Tito. Now, does T1000 decide to slow down in case this is a jack that's taking him for a ride? This can call a river bet. Only 4,500 behind for Tito. 5,500 in the middle. T1000 moving all in. Tito with a choice to make here. This is a bluff catcher. That's all it is. I don't know how many bluffs there are, and Tito does make the fold. Big one going T1000's way. He shows the ace of clubs. He shows that Barry Greenstein has paid a visit. The ace on the river. You love to see it. I had a good session today, but that was only because of an ace on the river. I got all in with aces against queens on king, queen, something, something. And then I just hit the casual 2-outer. Nice to run good. Ace 10 off for B's. Zach's 150. Getting the call from B's, from T1000s, and from Tito. We're going to go 4 ways, as we often do in Texas poker. 10, 8, 3, 2 spades and a club. Tito's got a gutter. Couple of players with an 8, and there's another spade there with that 4. So T1000 with a 4. Tito with the jack high spade draw. Makes it 200 with his combo draw. Front door got there. That could just scare everyone out, especially in a multi-way pot. But not Zach. He calls. And nothing gets there except a pair of 7s for Tito. Who checks. He's got enough that he's going to check, not going to bluff. Zach going to check back and win with his pair of 8s. Sounds like some people having a good time back there. I'd say poker happened back there. Not sure if that's a cash game or if that is our 30K guarantee opening night tournament. Another half-hour wait right there. $100 buy-in, 30K guarantee, 10K added up top. 10K kicked in on top of whatever the prize pool is by TCH Social. $150 from Zach. And the graphics, I think, have to correct themselves for a bit. Okay, 3 callers there. Middle pair for Jack 10. Ace Jack 4, 2 hearts. 4 for Max. B's made at 325. King Deuce of diamonds, supposedly. 6 of clubs on the turn. Nice shirt, Josh. 1,000 from B's. Oh, he did have it. He showed the King Deuce of diamonds. The scanner was not deceiving us that time. B's went for it with air, and it worked. Good for him. Whoever said poker was dead. We look at B-Pips. A lot of players playing a lot of hands. You know, Bertram and No Names, though, at 14%. Just below that magic number. Longtime viewers will know 15%. Chat long ago declared that to be the hashtag Lottie line. Having a little fun at my expense. Straddle 50, 150 the raise from Bertram. See how many callers he's got. 2 callers. Bet he's going to get 3 callers. Tito's getting there. Tito's going to go duck hunting. Oh, Tito's going to pop it. Tito's going to pop it to 700. This could get through. I think King Queen is the hand that has the best chance of calling. Or just moving all in. 2,300. Tito putting himself in a spot there. I think he's putting calling chips in. And we've got a flip on our hands. King, Queen of Diamonds versus Pocket Deuces. The flippiest of flips. Here we go. Ace Jack 7, gutter for Bertram. More outs now. I think we're going twice. 8 of hearts. Needs a card that's not a 6. Deuce is going to hold on the first one. Board number 2. Queen Jack 9, so Queen's going to be there unless Tito finds a deuce. Queens and 9s for Bertram. Deuce on the end! Tito scoops! Deuces never loses! You want to scoop, you got to scoop. It's with deuces all in pre-flop for 2,600 and change. This scoop for Tito. Ibaniam over on Twitch says, ain't no blanking way. Yes, there is a way. This is Texas. Get in there with the deuces. Win 2 flips with deuces, why don't you? We are live across several platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Kick. Wherever you are, give us a like, a follow, a YouTube sub, whatever you'd like to do. Let the algorithm know that you enjoy this. TCH live on almost every day of the week across 4 of our 6 locations. Dallas, Houston, Rio Grande Valley, and the brand new TCH Social Austin. This is our grand opening. And what a day it's been. Get the notifications on, finds out every time we are on the air. Zach with the jacks. Goes to 125 and is going to get a slew of callers. Tito has threes. That's one better than deuces. Deuces never loses, but threes always please. T1000 actually made it 600 with the king 5 of spades. Didn't catch that. Jack's going for the cold call. B's 7-4 of clubs per our scanner is going to make the call as well. To a flop we go. 9 deuce deuce. Nobody has any of those. Jack's still plenty good. T1000 continuing. Looks like 450. Tito calling. Zach going for the check raise. Makes it 2,200. Going to see if T1000 really has something, or if he's just trying to get over on him. T1000 did not have anything. He folded. Tito's all in. It shows T1000, but he doesn't have cards in front of him. Pocket threes versus pocket jacks. Think we're going twice. Can Tito find the three? That's not a three. That's not a three. Jack's going to hold on the first board. Second board. Another 8 and another diamonds. And here comes the last river. A 5 of diamonds. Jack's going to hold on both boards, and Zach going to stack Tito. They are bringing the action tonight. Terrible flop. This was a great flop. We got all the chips in. Great flop for the show. That's as action as 9 deuce deuce gets. Carlo votes for Run It Once, Max Payne. In the chat, let us know. We've seen a couple of opinions already. Once, twice, 3 times. What's your preference? How many times do you like to run it in an all-in scenario? How many times do you like to run it? We know how many times you want to run it for the sake of the show. But you're at the table. You're in a $10,000 pot. How many times do you want to run it? I say this as a person who's played one $10,000 cash game pot in my life. Just one. One so far. Perhaps someday I can play another one. Perhaps I can even win it. Nines for T1000s. Ace Jack for Chase. Not going to let him get away with that 3-bet. King 8-6. Nines still ahead. See if I get it done. Chase didn't have enough to keep going. Ace deuce of spades for B's. Put the 50 on. He's the one who put the 50 on. All right. I think something's glitched here. I see that. Okay, so B's put 250 in front of him, actually. Yeah, 250 from B's. See how many takers he gets. Let's get these graphics sorted out. Looks like Chase. Looks like Tito. Kristen gonna press some buttons. I believe I saw the dealer's name is Taylor. Shout out to Taylor, our dealer. One of our many great dealers here. Jack 8 deuce rainbow. 3 players. I don't think any of them actually have it. Looks like 200 from Tito. Ace king. B's calls. He did flat bottom pair actually. Is that a pizza I see? More on that later. Tito picks up a gutter to go with his 2 overs. Fires again, 400. Gonna really pressure that bottom pair. B's calling. The river is an ace, so ace is up for B's. Tito thinks he got there. Check, check. What was that? Didn't see the hand Tito turned over. I'm not sure if that was ace king. Whatever it was, B's had a better hand. See 1,000 going for the raise. Tito calling. Zach has 2 aces. That's not fair. $500. Tito calling. He's got the dirty diaper. The 3 deuces of spades. Not looking that great. King, queen, 9-3 as we check. 1,000 from Zach gets the quick fold. Bertram with the aces this time. Goes to 250. He's with the king, queen. Makes the call. Chase goes for the squeeze with the king, jack. Don't think that one's going to get through. 905, and Bertram shoves for 1960, and Bees has king, queen, which stands a little chance at winning. This is a hand that should be folding. Let's it go. Can Chase finds a miracle against these black aces for Bertram? Time to find out. Ace, king, 3, top set for Bertram. Chase needs a backdoor straight. Not going to get it. Think we're going twice. And Chase burns up one of his outs. 10 will do it for Chase. 10 and a 10 alone. Nope, that's a scoop for Bertram. Aces hold both times. There's another scoop for those of you keeping count at home. I think the 50's on. So the way it is here, with the straddles, under the gun can straddle, it's got to be at least twice the big blind so they can straddle up to their entire stack. If they do that, the player to their left can re-straddle. It has to be at least twice the straddle. Can be up to the entire stack, and so on. He can re-straddle all the way around to the button. Zax 100 gets met with a 3-bet from T1000 with the ace-9. King Jack 6 puts T1000 up front with the king-9. He continues. 425. Zax got middle pair. He falls. Nobody improves on this 7 of clubs turn. Big bet from T1000s. Doesn't really want to see any more cards. Looks like about 1,600 or so, and that got the job done. All right, I'm going to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. Keep it here, though. We got TCH Live Poker continuing. Hello again. I am back. Looks like Bees has a set of 4s. And Tito's got a pair, and he's facing an all-in. Didn't catch the pre-flop action. Tito makes the call, drawing dead. I think we're going twice. Oh, 5-6, 5-6. Okay, 5-6. But set of 4s is in pretty good shape. 4 is full. Just has to fade the 7. And he does. In fact, he fades it twice. That is another scoop. This time going for Bees. And Sarah, unfortunately, we don't have individual makes on the players, at least not now. At some point in the future, who knows? But at the moment, that's not a thing here on the TCH Social Austin streams. But yeah, always looking for ways to improve, and audio is one of the things we'll be looking at improving. It's a brand new setup. Tito opening queen 4. Max got in there, and Bertram with the ace queen just called. Could definitely consider raising. Didn't happen this time. I think Bees called with that suited ace. Jack 10-6. Gutter for Bertram. And I believe that's the best hand as well. Ace queen high is the best hand. $300 from Tito. Bertram calling. We certainly can't go away yet with the ace queen. Seven of diamonds does straighten the board out a little bit. Will Tito pounce on this? Tito is going to continue firing. 600 the price tag. Bertram going to call again. Not going to get rewarded. The 9 of hearts makes the board even straighter than it was. Tito will just queen high. Oh my, Tito went for the bluff, and Bertram called him. And it was king-queen. It wasn't queen 4. That doesn't make sense anyway. That was king-queen. So Tito rivered the nuts. And I don't know what Bertram had. Can't confirm if it was ace-queen or not. But Bertram cutting out chips to pay off this all-in. Nice hand, Tito. Get a quick look at these race first in numbers. And looks like Chase has stepped out, been replaced by Kevin. Played with him a little bit before the show. Got into an interesting hand with him, actually. And seen him many times on this program in the past. He's with the Kings. Bees gets the raise through. C1000, the big winner. B is a pretty big winner as well. C1000 had that massive pot against Tito where the 6-4 downs the ace-king on a board that they both connected with. $100 was on, and Zach made it 300. Couple of callers already. Kevin going for the squeeze up to 900. And it looks like this is going to get through for Kevin. Aggression being the winning move, as it often is in this great game of No Limit Hold'em. Kevin starting out the right way. See Tito, Bees, Zach, very active. T1000 pretty active too. Some players just waiting for a few more cards to get in there, and I don't blame them. Like when we're going to so many flops, like 4 ways, 5 ways, you need to have something that can really hit it. Glenn, we actually have over 100 people watching across our various platforms. YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Wherever you're watching, we thank you. Very glad to have you here, and if you like what you're watching, tell the algorithm, tell a friend. TCH Social Austin is open, and we're playing a lot of poker. Packed house tonight. Let's see, Queen 8-6, and now 2 flush draws. We got the combo draw for Tito to go with top pair. He's got the whole world in his hands. Kevin with some life, got the gutter. Optimize has a pair and a gutter that's not actually a good gutter. 450 from Kevin. Queen 7 of diamonds certainly can't go anywhere. Tito going to make the call with that. And 8 pairs on the end. Nobody with an 8. At least nobody who's in the hand has an 8. So Kevin with just jack high. Does he go for the bluff? Or does he say, Tito's probably got it? He's going to bluff. He's going to bluff. $800. Reasonable bluff, a little over half pot. Will top pair fold? Probably not, especially if it's Tito. He's not only going to not fold, he's going to shove. And Kevin going to say, just kidding. You got me. Tito going to take a good one down. Warren's asking who else stood in line today. I stood in line today. A lot of people stood in line today. That's the thing. You open a room and you do some great opening day promos. People want to play. People show up and they want to play. And so it's been a busy day. Sorry if you had to wait a little bit to get in. But those promos were worth it. We had a promo today in Austin that Lawrence was mentioning there. Annual membership at a significant discount today. I got mine. I'm all over that. I pay my membership fee just like anyone else at this social club, this model of business that TCH actually pioneered. There's a whole thriving industry now here in Texas. Jacks have the gut shot and the best hands. Tito gonna bet the jacks. Does Zach want to catch a bluff with fourth pair? You don't really have to. He chooses to, and Tito has it. Was he bluffing? Was he going for value? What do you think Tito was doing? With the image he's cultivated tonight, I mean, that's definitely something that could be construed as a value bet. Yeah, we also had a time match promo today. I don't know if that's still going or not. I will go through the promos that we do have going here in Austin in just a moment. The 50 is on. Suited ace for Kevin. Goes to 150 and gets callers, and king, queen, 6 rainbow. No clubs for Kevin. Top pair for Tito again. Gutter for optimized, check, check, check. How about 3 kings for Tito? That's more than 2. Tito's bet going to get the job done. Yeah, I'd heard something about them having extended the promo today. I don't know how long they did it today. I don't know if it's still going today, but yeah. Tell you a promo that is starting up in just a few hours. Overnight high hands the next 3 nights. Qualifiers start at 11, payouts start at midnight. They go through 6 a.m. the next 3 days. Hourly high hands here at TCH Social Austin. No qualifier. If you're playing a 4-card game or a 5-card game, you have to flop your high hands, whatever it may be. Both your whole cards have to play if we're playing Hold'em. In an all-out game, you're always playing 2 whole cards, exactly 2. We're only 8 days away from the start of NFL football. We got a little college football going already. Anyone with big football predictions this year? I was just in New York the past week, back home for a bit, where you can bet up there. Like, you can bet on games up there. You can bet on win totals up there. Unfortunately, I decided to bet that my Denver Broncos are going to suck this year. Part of it is saltiness that they treated Wilson as badly as they did. I think Pittsburgh's going to do good things with Russell Wilson, their quarterback. So there's another prediction. Jack 4 deuce, 2 diamonds, a lot of checking. Jackson 10s for Bertram. Open ender for optimize. Bees makes it 200 with his gutter and his ace. Bertram's got top 2. He's going nowhere. Optimize called with the open ender. Bertram doesn't have a lot of money left either, so gonna pop it in. $800 actually. We did correct the total there. He's got more behind than I thought. Down to him and optimize. Has the open ender and decides he doesn't want to chase out of position. So Bertram going to take that. I also think that the Jets are overrated with even with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I saw too many of their games last year, and I don't think they were just a quarterback away. And you still have to play Buffalo twice. Lawrence, you're more of a college fan. Any hot takes there? I don't pay as much attention there, given that my alma mater is an FCS school that lost all of their games last year. Go Seawolves. Yeah, college football not really a thing on Long Island where I come from. I know that's blasphemy around these parts. Yeah, people all about their University of Texas Longhorns, if you're here in the Austin area. Yeah, they're joining the SEC this year. Should be an interesting year. Open ender for Kevin. Only player who really hit this hard. Which, of course, doesn't stop Tito from betting bottom pair. Because it's hard to make a pair. No name's in there as well because, hey, it's hard to make a pair. He's got a pair of 4s. Now they got 2 pair. The 9 paired. So 9s and 4s and 9s and 3s. Kevin actually has a few more outs because we could actually counterfeit those, and ace on the end does not do the job. No Memes has the best hand with a pair of 4s if we get to showdown. Kevin getting it done with his bat. Yeah, Georgia would be tough. I mean, a team that's competing for championships, that's always a tall order to try and beat them. Zach with the best of it on this 10-6 deuce flop. He's got top pair. T1000's bet his middle pair. Tito with the 7 deuce special made the call, and Zach gonna pop it now with the top pair. Given how many hands T1000 and Tito have been playing between the two of them, don't really blame him. Usually that's not a raise you're making, but more than one way to do this. And T1000 pulls ahead, kings and sixes, and Zach checks it over. Not one of the turns he was looking for. T1000 going a third pot. Trying to milk some money out of Zach. Won't happen though. T1000 stack climbs to almost $25,000. And this is 510. In the chat, let us know. Have you ever seen a 510 game outside of Texas where somebody was $25,000 deep? Let us know. I sure haven't. Max opening his suited connector immediately gets punished by Optimize because the better suited connector. $600 gets back to Crypto Max, who could reasonably make the call, and he does just that. Almost $1,400 in the middle. We go heads up. King Queen versus 7-6. Queen right in the window. 7-6 with a whole lot of nothing on Queen 10 deuce 1 spade. Optimize with the top pair and all the back doors. Definitely worthy of a bet here. We don't want to let any flop draws get away for or get there for free. I think we're just making some change here. Orange chips worth $1,000. Those black chips $100. As Max makes the call, does not improve. Optimize with the open ender on his Jack of Hearts turn and the heart draw. He almost has too much hands here. And there were a few two pairs that get there on the turn. Makes the bet, snap folds. Max gonna see that this was a good decision. So we have a whole menu here at TCH Social Austin, similar to the Las Colinas location. Some great food there. We see some players enjoying it out here. There's some breakfast stuff. I ate training the breakfast stuff today. The French toast sticks sound interesting. I want to try those one of these days. And I think that's an all-day breakfast menu. Good lunch and dinner menus as well. There's even dessert. Probably going to get some dessert after we're done here tonight. And also a bar with a very full selection of drinks. Top pair for T1000 and now trips for T1000. Won't get any money there. Can't get paid every time. Let's talk tournaments once more. This weekend, let's start with Dallas. Poker Atlas Tour, $900 main event. That started today at the Dallas location. Day 1's going all the way through Sunday. Day 2 Monday, playing to a final table on Tuesday. $900 buy-in at Dallas. Las Colinas is going to have some mixed games, and there's also a ladies tournament, I believe, this weekend. TexasCardHouse.com or Poker Atlas for all the details there. We'll talk Austin right after this hand, because there's a lot to talk about at Austin. I'm so happy that we get to have big tournaments in this room. We finally have a room big enough to do that. The old room had like 10 tables. You couldn't run anything like this at the old room. But we have over 40 tables now. You better believe we're going to play some tournaments. 8 still ahead for Bertram on 10-7-7. What's the 200 out there? Tito, king, queen, overs, backdoors, floats. Double paired board, 10s and 7s. 8s still play for Bertram. Going to make the bet here. Could certainly get value out of an ace or a king in this case. The 300 gets the call. Tito needs a king or a queen. He gets a king. Check, check. Nice river, sir. Now, about those Austin tournaments. We have a $300,000 guaranteed tournament starting tomorrow. Day 1's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and early Monday morning. And we have day 2 on Monday, 40-minute levels on day 2, 30 minutes on day 1. Got a live stream that final table right on this very channel. $250 buy-in. And you see the guarantee. You see there's more money added for chip leaders and most entries, bagging twice. 8% bags, 12.5% get paid. TexasCardHouse.com for all the details there, or Poker Atlas. And the Austin room is now fully on Poker Atlas. Even your membership is, it's all in Poker Atlas. Threes went for the 3-bet and got 2 callers. 9-8-4 all clubs, not the flop that you want, that with the 3s that don't have the clubs. It's an amazing flop if you have 9-4 though. 2 pair you're never supposed to have. And it's a full house that you're never supposed to have on the 4 of hearts turn. Cito has a hammer lock on his hands. Checks the B's again. He's going to fire this time, thinking, hey, nobody's shown interest. Maybe I can buy this one. He goes 2/3 pot. And Tito is going to say, absolutely not. I have a boat. Pray that B's doesn't river a 3 here. He doesn't. We can breathe a sigh of relief. The 8 pairing might slow Tito down a little bit, as 8's full is now a thing. Bees decides to blast at $3,100, but I don't think Tito can fold a boat. I don't think he'll be raising. Never mind, he raised. He went all in. And Bees snaps fold, snap folds. Snaps folds, words are hard, as our friend AA Ron would say. Let's talk about the other tournament. Let's say you don't day 2 the 300K. Like you take a bad beat, you don't day 2 it. Here's your plan B, the Black Chip Bounty Tournament, 50K guaranteed. This Monday, Labor Day, 2 p.m. 20-minute blinds, pretty quick structure. 1-day tournament. Weight range till 6 on that one. TexasCardHouse.com for all the details there, or Poker Atlas for all the details there. Kings for Bs and a $50 straddle pot. 225 is the raise. C1000 makes the call, so does Optimize. 800-ish in the middle. Couple of clubs out there, 9-6 of clubs for Optimize does have a draw. King's still out front. Andy's got a club of his own. 600 the bet. Goes pretty big. Pretty hard to get called, though, by something that's not, pretty live against you. It's going to be a flush draw that's pretty live, or it's going to be a 7, and you don't want to get called by a 7. And you definitely don't want to get raised. Optimize decides, let's stop messing around. Let's just make it $5,000. What are you going to do now, Bees? $5,000. This effectively puts you all in. Are we going to scare him off of an overpair? Or perhaps Bees is a genius who's inducing Optimize to go insane. He flicks in a chip. I think that's a call chip. I don't have enough audio to know what was being said there. Okay, so this is an all-in and a call, which makes sense. There's not much money behind. Okay, so Optimize needs a club. Bees just needs to hold. Or he could fill up. Bees has a boat. Optimize is drawing dead. The club never came anyway. We're going to run again. Another chance for Optimize to hit a club. That's not a club. 8 would do. 8 would do the job. 8 or a club. None of the above. B is going to scoop Optimize. There's another scoop. The unexpected all-in on this 7-7 deuce flop. This is an honorary 7 deuce special. Nobody had 7 deuce, but the board had 7 deuce. And the 7 deuce worked its magic. Just like that, we have a pot of over $13,000 getting shipped. One of the hands was 9-6 suited. Nice. Don't see Optimize there. I don't know if he's calling it a night. He's not on the graphic. He may be calling it a night here. See if we have any alternates. Thanks for playing. Unfortunate it went that way. The thing with the overbet, like that's the same thing as we saw when the Kings make the c-bet to begin with. You're forcing your opponent to have a really good hand to continue. That raise might get some club drawers out of there. Might. But anything that continues, you're in some trouble. It's just a question of how much trouble. Max picks up the open ender. Has top pair anyway. We're checking. That's a straight. Max's 8 makes a straight. Max has the best hand. Nobody's paying Max. Unless somebody decides to lose their mind and just donate more money, and don't think that's happening. Max just gonna have to settle for what's in there. So T1000 and Bs, both 5-figure winners. By far the big winners tonight. This was 510. This was 510. People were up 1,000 big blinds. They're up 2,000 big blinds. That's Texas. T1000 raises and takes it. Is that allowed here? Are we allowed to just raise and take it? I thought we had to at least get to a flop. That was the rule. Over 100 of you in the chat. Great to have you here. Let us know where you're watching from if you haven't done so already. I know we got someone from Montana. We got some Floridians. This show reaches all over the world. I'd love to see how many corners we're reaching this particular night. Let us know in the chat if you want to do so. During the COVID days, we had a strong Australian contingent. Pretty sure we're like a morning show out there. I don't know the time difference. Imagine me as a morning DJ. Bertram 3-betting T1000's aces. Unfortunate timing. Does he flat to trap? Does he go for the 3-bet? Let's find out. He flats. He's setting the trap. Is Tito going to fall for it? He does. He makes the call. Jack 7-4. Rainbow. And Tito has top pair. Could T1000 get another? No, he doesn't. Tito folded. He folded top pair. And $1,600 just sort of exploded in the middle here. We have aces against. Oh, he had nines. He didn't have ace-6. He had nines. Second pair. Still a little surprising it went this way. Bertram needs a 9. Bertram needs a 9. Misses on the first board. He's going to have 2 more chances at it with the second board. That's a 4, and that's a 3. T1000 going to take another one. Sarah's right. T1000 is bringing it tonight. Look at that. T1000's up almost $25,000. Gets a round of applause from No Names. T1000 rewarding the dealer. Love to see it. We got a great group of people here at TCH Social. Treat them well. They treat you well, treat them well. They're the best in the business. Anyone else have a cheering section in the chat? If there's anyone you're cheering for, let us know. We see T1000 has a contingent. I know T1000's built a bit of fame over the years. So glad he could join us here. That's changed. That's not T1000 blasting it. Not yet, at least. Ace 8-5, I don't think he'll blast this one. He is going to float Zach, see if he can pick anything up here. If that's 10-7, king's no good for him. Zach picking up the gutter. Check, check. Maybe he does something at the end. 6 of spades, nothing really gets there. 9 on the ocean? No oceans here. I just saw Zach muck his hand, and I saw T1000 get the pot pushed. I don't know if that was 10-7. I didn't quite catch it. He might have actually had a pair there. I think it went check, check, and T1000 has some kind of pair. Little dealer change here. See who this is in the box shortly, I think. We're at 9 o'clock Central. We usually go until 10 Central. I don't know what the plan is tonight. You see on the background, like there's the tournament clock there. We did have a tournament tonight. Weight Reg closed on that one now. These images are 15 minutes old. So Weight Reg is closed. The 4 p.m. tournament got started just slightly behind schedule because all the people here. Looks like we're doing a $50 double board PLO bomb pot. Our 69th hands of the evening. Moving at a nice pace. Ace 4 deuce, 2 hearts. 10-8-6 all clubs. See who's got what now. Scanners want to keep that a mystery. T1000 has a straight on the all club board, which is exactly what you want. More clubs on the bottom. Ace of hearts on the top, so 2 aces and 3 hearts, and Zach with aces full of deuces. That looks pretty good on the top board. Bottom board, I don't see any flushes. I don't see any sets. I don't see any straights. No Mames making it 400. He's got fours full of aces for the underboat. Pair of 8s on the bottom. Zach has a better pair of 8s. Just calls. Kevin and Crypto Max and Bertram, all of Bertram, we know what he has. The others have mystery hands. Bertram has trip aces and king on the bottom. He's going to need to make a bigger boat. He's going to need a bigger boat. He's going to need a king or a 9. Not happening. Bottom board straightens out. There's probably a flush somewhere, though. And Zach has a deuce, so we know that there's no quads in play here on the top board. Check, check, check. Check. How did we have no bets there? How does maybe Zach was hoping somebody else would do the betting. So Kevin has the club flush on the bottom. He's got queen 7 of clubs for the flush. And a meaningless set of 7s. Chancellor Poker was here tonight. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a good time. I hope it was worth the wait. Hopefully tomorrow it won't be so bad getting in here. There's a decent chance I play tomorrow. I might put a bullet in the tournament tomorrow. If I can make it. You'll see me around for the tournament. Probably not Saturday. Saturday, I probably go to Las Colinas and play the triple draw. I couldn't make it yesterday. They had a no limit deuce to 7 tournament yesterday. I wish I could have made it. Thank you to the Poker Atlas Store for putting that on the schedule, though. That's an amazing game. That's not played enough. I wish I could have been there. Maybe we get to do one down here one day. It is a game that gets played down here in Austin. B's raising the mystery hand. Tito called the suited gapper. 10-8 has the hind ends of the open ender. Bees goes pretty big with the mystery hand, 600 into a 680 pot. Tito calling. The king pairs and puts another spade on the board. If I'm Tito, I'm a lot less enthusiastic about this draw. Bees is going to slow down. 1,000 to bet. Bees going to call. I bet Bees has more than a 10. Ace on the ends, a 10 is going to make a straight for Tito. The question is, does Bees have a boat of any kind? It goes check, check, and I see our dealer chopping the pot, so I'm pretty sure Bees has something with a 10 and nothing else. Glad you guys got to take advantage of the promo. I know they had extended the time pro a bit today, the time promo a bit, because of the overwhelming demand. Don't know if that's still live or not. We have the promo today as well where $10 would get you the annual here at Austin. I do annual memberships. I play here enough that the annual is the way to go. That's normally priced at $300. Month is normally priced at $30 and a day at $10. If you play every month of the year and you're playing more than 30 sessions, or 30 days rather, the annual definitely makes sense if you do the math. Bertram shoving the ace-7 of spades. We may have misreads here. I don't think T1000 is calling with 10-4. I don't think Tito's calling with 9-4. I think something is up here. I want to see these hands tabled to actually know what's going on, but there will be side action between T1000 and Tito before we get there. So I think we're flying blind here. What do you think in the chat? Is there any chance that those are the real hands? Check, check. Looks like a queen. Check, check. There's an ace. Ace-7. Two pair for Bertram. We checked all the way down. Everyone mucked, so whatever it was, it's not going to beat aces and 7s. Bertram going to triple up. The ace-7 getting after it and getting rewarded. Nice hand for Bertram. $50 is on. We're definitely flying blind here. We've got a queen of spades for max, and we have nothing else. The 50 was on, went to 225 from Bees' seat. We got a call, and ace-jack-8 doesn't help a queen of spades. And Bees wins. Got some more cards dealt out. $25 on this time. Max raising, Tito calling. Heads up we go. Check, check. Queen of diamonds. Max betting the 150. Max, Tito calling rather. 4 on the end. And we don't know what Max has. Tito has, I could swear I saw a queen. He may have actually had a pair of queens. $100th raise from Tito, King Queen of Diamonds, which has swapped to gutter, Ace, Jack Deuce, 2 hearts. Nine of clubs on the turn. See if we get any betting this time. Everyone checks. 9 and the front door hearts get there. Now Tito bites. He does have no pair. Perhaps figures he would have heard from an actual hand. It's great if you can get pocket 5s to fold or something, but that doesn't happen. This table doesn't fold. Max raised, made it 700, and got it through. Whatever he had, it was good enough to get the job done. $150 from T1000s, gets a couple of callers. $998, 2 hearts. Everyone misses. We check through. 7 of diamonds. Gutter for 2 gutters for Tito. Zach putting in the bet though. Gets it through. I see the menu again. I think someone's placing an order. I think Kevin's going to try out the food. It's good food. We still see T1000Bs are tremendous winners. Not the best night for Tito. But he's still here. He's sticking it out. Had a really gross hand early in the show where he had ace-king and he had top pair, and somehow the guy had 6-4 in a 3-bet pot and he made trips. No accounting for that. You know, sometimes poker's gonna poker. $175 from T1000 gets called by No Memes, who picks up a king. That is the 3rd spade. Don't know if T1000 actually has Jack-6 or not. Check, check. $600 from No Memes gets the quick fold. Probably was Jack-6. We've had a few misreads tonight on this new setup. Apologies for that. Brand new setup. Not enough time to test before the doors opened. But we'll get a lot better as time goes on. Queen 10-9, 2 hearts in this $680 pot. Lots of quick checking. Ace comes on the turn. Nothing but overs to these 7s and 5s. Looking at these V-pips, we know who the action players are. Jack-9 folds from the cutoff. Well, the $100 straddle, here's the thing. You get the big straddles, Weird stuff happens. And results oriented, it was an excellent fold because T1000 has 2 red kings. And Tito has 2 pointy cards, but pointy the wrong way. He's got 4s. He's got the fake aces. And he finds another one. No, but he can find ace, queen, queen, which is going to slow it down a bit. Check, check. Mandatory ace on the flop with the 2 kings. Check, check again. Does he go for it this time? He goes for some thin value. $300. Tito's going to call. Tito doesn't fold a pair. Kings are good. You see the 25 and the 50 going on. $150 raise from Zach. And he immediately gets called. T1000 with the ace queen. It looks like he just called. Could have also re-raised. Tito also calling. Let's see some Broadway cards. I see a jack. At least 2 people have a jack. There's a king there. Zach's got top pair. T1000's with a gutter. Zach continuing for 250 with his pair of kings and backdoors. Middle pair for B's. That's a call. T1000 out of there. Tito calling as well. We don't know the kicker to either of their jacks. 3 ways we go. Ace of spades. This is now a royal flush gutter for Zach. In the chat, let's make it happen. Queen of spades. Let's get a royal on our very first show in this new room. Check, check, check. Come on, queen of spades. Let's make it happen. Ace of hearts. T1000 would have had trips. Certainly never expected back to work though. Over to Zach, who's going to bet. He's going to go the bet, check, bet. He's going to go tiny. He's going to go just over 10% pot. He's going to tell him all he needs to know. If he hears from anybody, he knows the king's no good. He gets them both to call. Aces and kings with a jack. The 10 doesn't play. And I believe B's is table jack 10. Not a winner. So Zach taking that one. I wish we could have had a royal. This could have been an epic highlight. Now it's just another hands. Can't always hit the one outer, right? Got to look at our winners. We still have 2 massive winners. Zach with a decent win as well. 3,000-ish. 150 from Josh. Three-way flop gives us King 7 deuce. Rainbow, very disconnected. Maybe Josh has something. No one else has anything. Max calling with the ace-5 of clubs. Turn's going to pair the king. Not a lot left for Josh, a little under pot. Puts it in. Does Max want to make the call with the ace high? That is the question. He does. Josh all in. It's sixes. It's not ace-5, it's sixes. What does Josh have? I don't think it beats sixes, whatever it is. I don't think it beats sixes. I think we're going twice. Another king, so king's full of sixes on the first board. And kings and sixes going to be good on the second board as well. Whatever Josh had, couldn't beat sixes. Maybe Josh is the one who had some kind of ace high holding. Looks like he's going to reload though. As we get to the last half hour or so on this very first TCH Live from TCH Social Austin, just opened today. William Lottie, the New York Knit, with you for another half hour or so. Be sure to like, subscribe, get the notifications on, find out every time we're on the air. I know we're planning to stream the final table on Monday for our 300K guaranteed tournament that's going to be starting up tomorrow. There's the details on that tournament. Poker Atlas or TexasCardHouse.com to see all the details, especially if maybe you don't want to hit pause or rewind and look at that slide. Zach with the king 10 suited gets a couple of callers and gets a king. Josh leading for 100. Zach bumps up to 300. Tito's in there as well with a 3. Six of spades. And now Josh going all in. Zach want to make the call with his top pair? I believe so. I think that's JoJo in the box, if I'm not mistaken. Another king and 7 of clubs. 6-3 for Josh. He turned 2 pair. And he held on one board. He held on the second board, so he's lucky he ran twice. Trip kings for Zach. 6s and 3s for Josh on the bottom board. Yeah, Tito having a rough night. A lot of that, at least half of that, was that one brutal hand at the beginning. Responding to phony Turgeson, wondering about that. Sometimes you win the big one, sometimes you lose the big one. Since the series ended, I've been pretty lucky that the big ones have been going my way in the cash games. Make up for the big ones in the tournaments not going my way. King 4 deuce 2 diamonds. Ace high still good. Check, check. 9 of clubs on the turn. B's pulling ahead with a pair of 9s. Fires and gets the quick fold, and I think showed the 9. Another look at these V-pips. Some players very active, some players very card dead. Some players may be distracted by food. What do you guys think about that in the chat? Do you think that food is a potential source of live tells? Like, do you think if somebody is eating and then it decides to play a pot, you think maybe they really have it if they're taking the time away from their food? I'm not huge on eating at the table myself. I like to focus on one thing or the other. If I am going to eat, I will at least reserve one hand for eating and one hand for poker, just to not get grimy stuff all over the chips and such. B's with the total air ball. Gonna taste a check raise from Tito, who has the gutter. And the ace high for the best hands. If I actually have 6-4, this is where I say, just kidding. Instead, he's gonna 3-bet. I don't know that this is 6-4. This is probably something totally different and a lot more connected than 6-4 of clubs. Just a hunch. And Tito's going to 4-bet. And he got through. So maybe that was one less gasp of aggression. That was a pretty quick fold to the 4-bet. Like, I think he knew exactly what the situation was. Whatever he had, he put in the 3-bet knowing that he was going to fold if they press the issue any further. From Tito. $50 was on. B's calling with the mystery hands. Limp calls. Gonna go another round with Tito. King, king, 6. Tito's 200 gets a couple of callers. 3 of hearts. Another uninteresting turn. These are some big pots with some interesting holdings. Tito goes again. Bees has at least an ace. Calls Tito. Ace on the end. That ace is going to be a pair. Aces and kings and something. And Tito tosses out 2 grands. Graphics say 10-7 offsuit for 10 high. Beast folds. Not sure about any of that. I don't think we're calling turn to folds when we actually hit an ace on the ends. At least not with that hand, ace 5. C1000 raises, takes it.
Cocktails to last stream. Cocktails to last stream.
Someone wants a drink. $300 from Josh, gets punished by T1000s. Wonder how he picks out his 3 bets. Gets that through. You don't see 9-7 offsuit in a lot of charts. But those are overrated anyway. Josh shoves the 15-10. I think we had some straddles ahead of him. T1000 folds, 8s. Max flicks it in with ace-7 of spades. Jack 4's got a gutter. Jack 4 has a straight. If that's Jack 4. Jack 4 has a jack. Let's see some hands. Queen 7. Queen 7, not ace 7. Ace 7 of spades. Ace 7 of spades has the top board. And Queen 7 was dominated, but does have the bottom board with the queen. Chop it up. Still not the hands you usually expect to see in that spot. Max does not have ace king. Max does not have ace king. Jack 7 versus Jack 5 going heads up. Jack 7's got bottom pair. They both have a gutter, the same gutter. $250 from Zach gets the fold. In the room, I just heard them announcing the prize pool on this tournament. So they got 697 entries. For a one-day tournament, that may be a Texas record. 697 may be a record for a one-day tournament in Texas. I don't know. Maybe the fact checkers can fact check me on that. Well done, TCH Social Austin, on making that happen. With that extra 10 grand they're kicking in, first place is paying almost $25K. That's incredible. I think maybe the 100 was on and there was a race to 300. The graphics kind of flew by there. Tito took it down. And if you're thinking, darn, I missed that tournament, we got some more tournaments that are worth playing here in Austin. 300K guarantee starts tomorrow. Double bag bonus available. Extra payouts to ship leaders. Most entries even get a little bit of money back. And you're going to have 12 different chances to enter. You got 12 starting flights. They all have re-entry. 8% bag. Move on to day 2. We're going to live stream that final table. If you don't make that day 2, black chip bounty, 50K guaranteed Monday, 3 o'clock. Black chip bounty. It'll be a $100 bounty, $100 every time you knock out a player. Get one of those black $100 chips. You see so many of those in front of Zach, in front of T1000s, in front of Tito. 8-5 deuce, 2 hearts. Heart draw for Tito. $100 from Josh with a queen and something else. Zach with the jack of hearts. That's more than $100, I think. That's $500. Tito calls. Overs on a heart draw. Josh calls. 2,500 in there as we head to the turn. Queen of hearts. He gets there right away. We got a flush for Tito. Straight flush not coming for him. Zach having the jack of hearts. Checks over to Zach, who does bet this turn. 600 on the smaller side. Tito just flatting. Perhaps thinking that a raise gets him called by better and it gets Zach off the hook with anything worse. I probably flat too. To the river we go. 8 of spades is going to pair the board. Might send a little chill through a player with a flush. Don't think there's a lot of 2 pairs here. Zach shows the jack of hearts, and that's all he had. Pot's getting pushed to Tito. One goes Tito's way as we approach the end of the program. About 10 minutes left. The players will continue playing as long as they want. Even after the cameras go off, they are certainly free to keep playing. They can play all night if they want. $75, the raise from Bertrand with the 9 triz. Couple of calls, but T1000 with the queens. When it's your night, it's your night. 550 the raise. And this probably gets through if these are the hands that they claim to be. This should get through. 9 triz is gone. Anything with a 3 usually folds, but it calls this time. Maybe this is like 3s that are set mining or ace-3 of clubs. Like this, super deep. You have odds, but you also really need to be able to make the nuts. We have 2 clubs. Jack 8-5, 2 clubs. T1000 with the overpair. We don't know about Zach. Club draw is a possibility. Check, check. 10 of diamonds. Queens have a gut shot now. Zach checking again. Not looking to bluff. Check, check. 5 pairs on the end. Surprised we haven't seen betting. We gotta bet river at least, right? What we would have heard from Queens by this point. We're gonna hear from them now. It's gonna be a decent sized bet. 825. If Zach has the 3 of clubs in his hands, only way he can win is if he somehow has an offsuit 5. Seems unlikely. Let's just see where the action takes us. Card funeral. Hands will be buried in the muck. T1000s will inherit the chips. $75 from Tito. Crypto Max with the King Jack of Diamonds. Very popular hand in some parts. Josh decides to shove his 625 over that. Very little chance that that bet actually gets through. Question is it one of them or is it both of them? It's just Max. Twice as nice, I think. King Jack of Diamonds against the mystery hands. A king and a jack, that's good for Max. A boat's even better. I'd say Max has the nuts on the first one. Ace 7, 6, 4, no diamonds. King's full of jacks. And the other hand is something that cannot beat King Jack high on the bottom board. Okay, so that's a scoop with the King Jack of Diamonds. How could we have an Austin show and not have an appearance by the King Jack of Diamonds in a meaningful spot? One more look at the V-pips. Kevin and no memes below the line. Tito, Josh, Bees, Zach, T1000's pretty active for a full ring no limit hold'em game. Especially Tito and Josh. They're just like bouncing off the walls with the action. Not that Josh has had a lot of time to do it. The Beast is bringing it 42%. Answer to everything is 42, right? So we get closer to the end here. Don't have graphics yet. Now I have graphics. And Tito's made it $300. Okay, there was 100 straddle. And is that a raise from Max? Yeah, that's 900 from Max. Unfortunately, we're in the dark here as far as the holdings. Josh was thinking about it. He decided not to. Queen 10 of diamonds, no. So Max makes it 900. We don't know what he has. Zach with the ace 9 of hearts. $2,800  4-bet. He came to play. Not a move he has to make by any means. And we're just piling a lot of money in. Max bumps it up to just under 4,800 total per our graphics. I'm not sure if that's a live raise or not. Pot's already north of $10,000 with this all in. It's on Zach. Ace-9 of hearts. Problem is, if Tito continues here, Ace-9 of hearts is often not good, at least against most opponents. Tito might be just loose enough that we've got a shot. Going to be very tricky to play post-flop, though, with about pot behind as far as stacks of pot. So Zach does make the call, $47.95 the total. Tito makes the call, $14,520 in the middle. Action on the side. 14.5 is our main pot. Further action is on the side, and there is another 11.8 that can go in on each side. $9.76 with a heart. That is top pair for Zach. Down bets to 3,000 on a dry side pot. Tito making the call. 6,000 in the side pot now. Deuce of hearts. That would be a heart draw for ace-9 of hearts. Says the magic words, all in. Another $87.95. Tito folds, so Zach wins the side pot. Takes the $3,000 from Tito. There's now another 14.5 in the middle for the taking. Looks like they're going twice. Hearts. Hearts are there for Zach. 10 on the end. And it was jacks for Crypto Max. So we're going to chop it up, I think. Assuming this was ace-9 of hearts. Okay, I see chips getting chopped now. So that's right. Flush for Zach. Pair of jacks for Crypto Max holding on both boards with that overpair. We're going to have a chop pot. And I got good news. We've got 15 more minutes, I've been told by production. Not saying goodbye quite yet. We're going to play a little bit more poker. Everyone else is doing it. Why shouldn't we? So I'll run through these tournaments real quick and these promos. Going on up at Dallas, it started today. $1 million, $900 main event. $1 million guarantee. Poker Atlas Tour. Get up there if you're in Dallas. Live stream. I don't know if we're streaming on Tuesday, but we have the final table on Tuesday. Playing to the final table on Tuesday. Day 2 Monday. Day 1's today through Sunday. 2 of them each day at the Dallas location. 300K guarantee starts here tomorrow in Austin. We are streaming that final table on Monday. Black Chip Bounty also on Monday. Be here for that. And we've got the overnight high hands, $500 high hands starting up really soon. Next 3 nights, $500 an hour here at Austin. As we have some more poker happening. A 150 raise from Kevin. Tito getting in there. He's going to set mine with those 4s. I think we have the 50 on. 10-9-7, 2 hearts. Gutter for Tito. 4s, the best hand at the moment. Kevin also has a gutter. Tito has 2 gutters. He has a gutter that Kevin has, and he has a better gutter. Makes it 300 with the overs and double gutter. B's calls with the underpair. B's not done with it yet. Kevin goes for the check raise up to 950. Overs and 1 gutter. Tito calling. Certainly has enough outs to continue. If B's has 4s, this is where we need to go away, I think. It's also possible that we have a misread hand. Can never rule anything out. Especially when he decides to do that. He makes it 3,800, a huge 3-bet. Covers Kevin, who moves all in. Does Kevin have ace-jack? I don't know. And Tito's got a bunch of money behind. Don't know if he sticks around after this. 8,000 to the middle already, though. That's just so tempting. And I believe Tito has made the call. B's the effective stack between him and Tito. So 5,000 behind. 10.9K in the main pot. We'll go heads up on the side. Tito looking for an 8 or a queen. Kevin looking for an 8. That'll give him half the pot. B's wants a 4. That's almost a 4. That's 1 less. And B's moves all in for the remaining 5K. Draw's gonna be pretty priced in, though. This is a half pot bet. 2 flush draws makes it a little less comfortable. Only 4 of your outs are going to make the nuts now. Tito folds. So it's down to B's and Kevin. 4s versus ace-jack. See what happens here. Over 10,000's in the middle. Almost 11. We go twice. 4 of hearts. B's doesn't have a 4. B's doesn't have that card. Our graphics are wrong. 8 on the end. That's queen jack for Kevin. So he was open-ended. Gets there on the bottom board. Nuts for Kevin on the bottom. B's has. I can't see his cards, but presumably he beats queen high, which is what Kevin has on the top board. He has queen high. The graphics say he has the 4 of hearts. We saw it come out on the river. Whatever he had, I don't know. Sorry, I don't have a better answer than that. We're certainly not playing with a felt deck or anything, so sorry about that. Sarah, thank you for watching. We do have a few more minutes this evening. A little bit more poker to play on stream as we see JoJo chop the chips. Thanks to our dealers for pitching the cards as they do so well each and every day here at TCH Social Austin. Thanks to Kristen for pressing the buttons. Thanks to David for making this all happen. All the management, ownership, getting this room open. For my money, it's the best club in Texas. All right. On to another hand. This looks like a 50-hour PLO bomb pot. This might be it. They didn't tell me what hand was the last one. They told me 15 minutes-ish. Usually these streams end with a bomb pot. All right, here comes some flaps. $7-5-5 rainbow. 9-8 deuce, 2 hearts. Looks like Bertram's got a 5. That's a nifty card to have. No kicker to go with it. I saw No Names with a better kicker. I think he had a one-way hand. No, Bees has it. No, never mind. These hands fly by. 200 and a whole bunch of calls. That's where we're at. Not totally sure who stands where. Third 5. I don't see anyone with a 5 in their hand. That 5 may have been folded. Everyone checks again. Any pocket pair makes a boat on that top board. Jack on the end. Tito makes jacks full, and he makes a set of jacks on the rivers. Seems good for Tito. We probably hear from quads at some point if it were there. Don't see. I see Zach with. Excuse me. I see Zach with a hard flush. $16.50 the bet from Kevin. Ace Queen 9-6, which is a whole lot of nothing if the hand got read right. But the hand may have been read wrong. The last time it was read wrong. Zach folds. Bees wants to see what's in the middle, I think. This is pot limit Omaha. King 10, something, something. I have no clue what he has. He's made the call. Let's see some cards. I think Bees is scooped from the body language. I don't know what Kevin has, but apparently it scoops Bees. Graphics say Ace, King, King 10 for Bees. I don't know. Queen 9, 6, 5. Okay, he had quads. Kevin had the quads. And I don't know about the other board. I didn't catch the suit. Maybe there's a flush or something. Is this another bomb pot? I see the 50s out. I think we have another bomb pot. Maybe this is where we finish. All right, cards getting passed out. Gonna have some boards in a moment. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry for the late start. Sorry for the technical hiccups. It's all uphill from here. Jack 7-5 rainbow. 9-8-3-2 clubs. Some interactivity. No means with the 8s and 3s right away. Not that you really love that hand. Wrap for Zach on the top end and a jack. B's making it 300 with 10-5 something something. Tito calls. He's got the nut club draw, and he's got a jack, and he's got an open ender on top. He's got scoop ability. Crypto Max with the wrap makes the call. Josh makes the call. Jackson 7s. Gutter for him. Set of 9s for Bertram, as well as double gutter. No, one gutter. He raised 2250. Set of 9s. Fairly one-way holding. You don't have a lot going on the top board, but you have a good but vulnerable hand on the bottom. Your hand is the nuts right now on the bottom. A club is bad news. A lot of straightening cards are bad news, and over is not great news. Set over set is totally a thing here. Back to B's, facing the 2250 bet. I think that was full pot. Actually, it's on Zach. He's holding his cards in his hand. He doesn't have them on the felt. I think Zach has a pretty easy fold. If those are his cards, I think he has a pretty easy fold. I think he did fold. Okay. Over to Tito. He folded. What a surprise he didn't just get after it. I think he and Josh are all in, not for a lot. No, Crypto Max is in there. There's a side pot. Okay. Bertram has quad 9s on the bottom. Josh has a wheel on top. Chop it up. No, he doesn't have quads. Nobody has 9s. Whatever it is, it's a chop. Jack 8. Jack 8, 7 something. I don't know. I apologize. Another misread. I think a lot of those reads were incorrect. Sorry about that. Hate to end it that way. I think that might be it. I see players getting up. I believe that was the last hand. We got the race first in numbers. See if we get any other graphics coming through here with statistics. And T1000 would have been the big winner tonight for sure. What a game. What a way to start things out here. TCH Social Austin, the newest Texas Card House location. Hey, there's producer Kristen making an appearance, looking to get things switched out. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you to our dealers. Thank you to David, our head producer here. Thank you to all the staff, all the floors, the dealers, the servers, the guards, everyone. So great to have you all here. Thank you in the chat. On that note, William Lottie, the New York Knit, wishing you a good night. Thank you so much for watching.